Alright, hello everyone. This is Anasos, and I am back with a new series, or the start of a new series, I hope. This is the new Feed the Beast pack, Blood and Bones, by, and I'm sorry man, I am going to butcher your name. Eyamaz? Eyamaz? I think I could find about 10 different ways to pronounce that, but anyway, whoever you are, you're making a really cool and, well, terrifying pack. So here's the a little screenshot of it from the Feed the Beast launcher, and basically the whole pack is because hardcore isn't hardcore enough. So I did all right in Magic Farm. I got through, and there were a few times I got into trouble, but I've learned a lot since then. I know a lot more about Tinker's Construct and uh, how to deal with food and Pam's Harvest Craft and all that other stuff. And now it's time to ramp it up and go that extra mile. Alright, so that was just a little snipping from the Feed the Beast launcher I wanted to put up there. Here's the actual forum post, if anybody, it's probably kind of hard to read there, but obviously you can go to forums.feedthebeast.com. Here is the graphic, and I wanted to point out a couple of quick things here before I dive in. So adding or removing mods is not supported in the pack, so we're going to use the pack as is with no changes. Also note, and this I have not experienced yet, but something called hostile worlds I think creates an invasion at some point. And they say they've disabled this on servers because if you join after the difficulty has been ramped up, you basically have no chance at winning or surviving. But of course I'm not playing on a server, so that's cool. But just to note, we're basically in a race against this this thing that's going to happen after a certain period of time, whatever that means. And the last thing I want to note here is, yeah, it's dark, right? So there is a mod that changes the way the video settings work, and you can't set your video settings up to bright, which most people recording or streaming do, so that it's better, easier to see on the stream or on the recording. So there are going to be times when we're pretty much in pitch black, and that's all there is to it. There's no fix for that. There are a few other notes, and we just got 102, so here we go, 102 right there. Two more notes. There's some Biomes of Plenty issues, and he's actually disabled BOP right now, but I like it, and I've turned it back on, and he's saying that the Biomes of Plenty food is too high. So I'm going to avoid most, if not all, Biomes of Plenty food and leave Biomes of Plenty on. Now I have disabled several different, let me switch the capture here to that. I have disabled several different biomes, some of the bad ones, the fen, the bog, the dead forest, those are just annoying, and this pack is hard enough already without them, so we don't need those. And I've also disabled pasture and grove and some of the really nice ones that have lots and lots of food in it. So let's give this a shot and see what we get here. Obviously you can see I've been playing around a little bit already, so let's go B&B LP1. LP1, I don't know why 1, but there you go. Survival mode, of course. We're going to leave it as default because Biomes of Plenty is set to enhance the default world. There seems to be a bug if you flip it to Biomes of Plenty, it doesn't generate caves or something like that. So for now we're going to leave it as default. No, not cheats. I am going to turn on the bonus chest, and I'm not going to take anything out of the chest, and I'll show you why I'm doing this in just a moment. So that's it. Default world, Biomes of Plenty, it's got a name, create. Now there is another bug that happens from time to time in that it crashes when you try to create a new world using the default options. So we may crash and I may have to pause and restart the whole thing and come back. But alright, and we're back. After playing around a bit, that world sucked, and so did the 3 beyond it. So I've disabled some more of the Biomes of Plenty biomes. Default world again, bonus chest on again. B&B LP, no 1 on the end this time, so let's try again. One of them I spawned in the silk glades, which I don't... Yeah, anyway. There were spiders and skeletons and everything right off the bat, and I couldn't get more than 5 feet from spawn without dying multiple times, so that was no fun. And one of them I spawned in the middle of a huge marsh that appeared to have absolutely no food anywhere nearby, so that was no fun. So, Biomes of Plenty is cool, but I guess in a hardcore pack like this, you kind of almost want basically your default biomes a little bit to have a chance at getting started here. What do we got? Okay, woodlands. I can work with woodlands. And well, ice plains. There's not going to be any food out there, I suppose. But snow is actually kind of good. Looks like there's maybe some roses or something there. Alright, so a bit of a rocky start, and not a jungle start like last time. Like I said last time, that every Let's Play always starts in the jungle. So this one did not. Alright, so the reason I spawned in the bonus chest is I am going to want a couple of torches right off the bat, or you guys are not going to be able to see anything tonight. So I'm going to grab these, and we're going to head over this way. And you will notice it is lagging pretty hard. Oh boy. Let me just try exiting and coming back in. That sometimes settles things down a bit. One of the mods here is called Glen's Gases, and it adds several different types of gases and gas pockets to the world, which is interesting and all that, but they work kind of like a liquid, right? I mean, it's a gas, but it's kind of like a liquid that has to flow from one block to the other, and there's a lot of calculations that happen. I think that's what's causing a bunch of the early tick rate lag, because all these new gases just got spawned and they're all trying to flow around and up and down and everything. And I guess if you watch the chunk updates, right, I'm just standing here and we're getting hundreds. I've seen up to a couple hundred chunk updates at once. So yeah. Okay, this is yeah, so food is a big problem in this game, and you don't want to be jumping. So of course I start off in a place where the first thing I have to do is jump up a hill, but that's okay, we'll get there. Come on, where do we get around this hill at? I guess right... Ugh, still laggy. Alright, that should subside here after a little bit. But yeah, this is a good place. So, okay, day one. I don't know if I said it this time. See, 135, 134, 150. Yeah, 160. It's really just updating a lot of chunks right now. It's going to take a little while for that to settle out, but I don't want to stand around waiting for it. So let's get started. And right now, there's a few main things we got to do. We got to get some wood, like always. We've got to get some gravel, and I like to get a little bit of sand, although it's not strictly required. So let's chop this guy down, and I'll grab a little bit of sand here. I just like the sand because then I can make glass, and wherever my hidey hole is, I'll have a chance to see out. Okay, yes, lagging. Like I said, I don't want to waste time just standing here waiting for it all to kind of get done, because we are very much on a timer, and it's annoying, but I think we're just gonna have to deal with it. Okay, there's one change. I'm not sure what mod does that, but leaves decay very quickly, so kind of a nice little thing. One of the few niceties you get in this game, I guess. I don't want to deal with the water. Come on. Okay, I jumped. I'm waiting to land. Here we go. Okay, so at this point we've got to get some gravel, we've got to get a little bit of sand, and we've got to get some wood. So really got to go find... No. Actually, let me get those out of my hotbar if I can. Boy. Come on, guy. How much lag are you going to give me here? I guess it's a little more since I'm recording, I suppose. Okay, so I want to get away from the snow a bit, so let's go down this way. And again, try to avoid jumping, if at all possible. How much wood do I have? 7. Let's get one more tree's worth of wood. There to the left, those are rubber trees, and one of the things you can do here is you can make torches out of rubber. So if I can grab some of that, that'll kind of make my stealing the torches off the bonus chests a moot point. But yeah, if you don't get some way, come on, you can do it. If you don't get some way to create torches the first night, it's fine if you're just playing single player, because you can actually play pitch dark in your hidey hole. But if you're trying to... Ooh, spawner. And a nice cave, alright. If you're trying to record and put it on YouTube or stream it, it's pretty boring when you can't see a single thing. Alright, yeah, this is pretty serious, but if you guys have seen my Magic Farm 2 series, you know that I usually don't have much, if any, lag, so this is definitely taking its toll on the old system here, trying to get all the, trying to get all those gases distributed and stabilized, or whatever you want to call it. Okay, so there's a sapling. Come on, let's get the sapling. Go, computer, you can do it. There we go. Alright, I don't need any of this in my bar. So these rubber wood guys here, well, real quickly, because again, okay, so you can make sticky pistons, you can make torches, you can make some other stuff out of them. But one of the things that Glen's Gases adds is if you mine coal blocks, they either release or turn into like coal dust, and coal dust is explosive. So if you have a torch on the wall and you mine a coal block, oh come on, you pretty much die right there. So we don't want to do that. Oh, and yeah, seeing those reminds me, I did want to mention I have the Faithful 32 FTB texture pack this time. I did no texture pack last time, and I kind of don't like, in general, I don't like using a texture pack if recording, or you know, when other people do that, but Faithful is close enough to the original that you get what's going on. I mean, everything looks pretty much the same as it normally would, it just is a little bit more defined. Oh boy, this is still just lagging like a beast. Ugh. Okay, clover patch. You can see my my health bar is already not in good shape. Or not health, hunger bar is already having some troubles there. So yeah, this is a little hilly terrain to deal with right off the bat, but I think hopefully we'll be okay. Okay, there's some blackberries under here. You guys blackberries? Or something? Yeah. So you're going to want to grab these berries. Now, we have Natura, but they've disabled the berry bushes. So don't bother looking for Natura berry bushes. Do look for the little... Oh, gosh, come on. Move, move, move. Do look for the ones like I was just grabbing, because those are going to help you a lot early on. I was hoping to find some gravel here, but I'm not seeing any. Well, let me turn off my fluid. And here I go, and drowning in the water while it's all lagged. There's some gravel. Okay, looks like I have to take a quick break. I will be... Alright folks, and we're back. And I noticed while I'm sitting here with, I hit escape, which pauses the game in single player, and I now have 0 chunk updates. Yay! So I think as I was up about taking care of the cats and stuff, that the gases have all done what they needed to do, or something, or just because it was paused there was no updates. Well, there you go. Alright. So it's still doing updates, but hopefully it will be done before much longer. This also may turn out to be a nice place for hidey hole, because as with Magic Farm, we have the Iguana tweaks, which means you can't make any wooden tools. So I can't dig into stone right now. I mean, you can break it, but you can't dig it and get the cobblestone. So, yeah. Alright, 15 gravel is not bad. We're not ready to hole up just yet because we need to get more food. Now, what I got in my hand right now is these bamboo shoots. These are unfulfilling morsels. They're only going to give us half a meat pop each, but all the veggies are like that. So rutabagas, the bamboo shoots, the can't think of the other one now. Just noting on the mini-map where we're at. Okay, that's good. So we've got some wood, we've got some gravel. Really what we need at this point is to get more food. Or is it actually nighttime? Almost. Where is the sun? I know there's a sun. Where is it? It's not here. Well, that's troubling because it may be back there behind that. Yeah. Yeah. It's definitely nighttime, and we do not want to be out here at nighttime with no armor, no weapons, or we are going to die. So one of the other things in this mod pack is called Zombie Awareness, and it makes not just zombies, but all of the enemies much smarter and be able to find you and track you and come after you from very far away. Oh my gosh, come on! I'm like kind of freaking out here because things are going to spawn and we're going to die if I can't get back into... I can't even turn to see. Is it here? No. Here it is. Okay, so I have 5 whole pieces of dirt. Let's just do 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow. Wow. So, again, I don't know the name properly, but Eyamaz? Yeah, anyway. If you're watching this, dude, that is serious. Okay, so here's why I started with the bonus chest, because you can't see a friggin' thing at all in here, and you can't change the video settings. I mean, it shows that you can, but it doesn't do anything, and when you go back in, it's at this plus minus 30%. So there is some mod that changes how the video settings work. Okay, so the veggies, I say just eat. The fruits you want to save until we can get the juicer, and then that's going to help a bit. We can make them a little bit better. So let me just eat these up before I starve to death. That should be good enough for now. And the good news is I can dig some of this gravel out, make this a little bit bigger. The bad news is apparently it's going to take 5 minutes to dig each single piece. Okay, did not want to open that up. Alright, this is pretty much unplayable. Let me restart everything and make sure... Oh, it's at 90... Yeah, used memory upper right corner. I don't know if you guys noticed that earlier, but that's what's going on. It's out of memory. So let me increase the amount of memory I allow it, and maybe there was a little bit of a memory leak or something. I didn't notice if that was going up over time or not, but let me restart. I'll give it a bit more RAM, and I'll be back up. Okay, and we're back, and as you can see, the memory usage is way down. It's only running about 800 megs, and then garbage collector kicks in and recaptures a bunch of that. I bumped it up to 4 gigs, so hopefully that will be enough. Okay, so where was... Okay, this is the way out. and I was trying to grab a little bit more gravel just to clear this out. Don't really need it. Hey, yeah, there we go. Now it's not lagging all over the place. You need, I think, 9 pieces of gravel and 9 pieces of wood, roughly, to get started here. So make sure you keep a piece of wood, and make sure you keep some planks. But you're also going to need a fair amount of sticks to get started, and this is the Tinker's Construct stuff. The default recipe has 2 planks and 2 sticks, but with Iguana tweaks I think it is you can do 4 sticks to make these blank patterns, and we'll get started on the old Tinker's Construct. I don't know the exact number of those we need, but it's oh yeah, well, you need 3 to make the items, and then another at least 3 or 4 to make the patterns that you need. So let me make 1 more of those, maybe that'll be enough. So basically with these guys, if you go ahead and put a pattern on the top and a log on the bottom, you're going to get a part builder, and that gives you the materials in U-book that tells you kind of how to do this. But obviously I'll be talking through it. If you put a plank on the bottom, you're going to get the stencil table, and if you put a crafting table on the bottom, so let's get a crafting table, you get, whoops, crafting table on the bottom, you get the tool station. Now you can find all this in NEI if you just type at Tinker or Tink or whatever. You can see they're listed right here, and you can left click them, give you the recipe, or you can hit R, which will give you the recipe for each of these pieces as well. And they're in, actually not in this book, they're in the original book, which you don't get in this mod pack. You just have to know. Belladonna seeds, okay. Whoops, didn't want to throw those away. Okay, so basically we want a cramped quarters here. But stencil table, part builder, and then tool station is kind of the route to go down. Let's see, let's save at least one of those. Going to need a little more. Let's make a crafting table, and then if you put it back in, you can upgrade that to a crafting station. The only actual difference is the crafting station won't drop stuff on the ground if you close it. So if you put something in there, close it, it's still on the table. That's the only difference between the two that I know of. Okay, right, so let's get to building our first set of tools. Because we got some gravel, we will be able to make some tools. If you don't get enough gravel that first day, well, you're pretty stuck. Alright, so we're going to want a pickaxe head, and you'll notice that it can be made out of stone, fused wood, flint, nether quartz, blah blah blah. The only thing is, once you make the stone one, you'll find out that while you can make the part, you can't actually make the tool with stone. That's another part of the Iguana tweaks. We're definitely going to want a shovel, and we're definitely going to want an axe. Now, we'd like to make a sword. Is it this one? But, again, stone, you can make the part, but you can't actually make the tool out of stone. And we don't have any fused wood, nether quartz, obsidian, netherrack, bloodwood, or amethyst. So we can't make a sword at this point. So our only weapon is going to be the axe head, or axe that we're going to make out of that. And the last one we're going to need is a binding, tool binding, and that's going to be needed for the pickaxe. Alright, so now we go to the part builder. So we've got stencils, now we're going to make some parts. And let me I'll turn it down a little more because I can hear the zombies making noise outside. Yeah, so don't have any space open. Don't leave one spot to see if it's daytime. Just seriously, just close it up. Okay, so I can make a binding out of wood, so right there. So we'll make a wood binding. I cannot make a wooden or, you make stone, but it won't work, head. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this here gravel, and we are going to make flint out of it. That's a recipe that the mod pack adds, and that's going to let us make a flint pickaxe head. So there's those two, And let's get these guys, and we'll make a flint shovel and a flint axe head. And then, now that we've got the parts, we go to the tool station to assemble them. So let's make the pickaxe. It's going to be the head, the binding, and a handle, which you can just use a regular stick. Now you can make the handle out of other stuff later, but just a regular stick will get you going. And now we can actually dig stone. If you don't get this figured out and get enough gravel, you're stuck. Alright, so shovel obviously, and the hatchet as well. You notice you don't actually have to change these just give you the templates. It's always 3 pieces and sometimes only 2 of them are used. So anyway, minor detail. Okay, so now we have something to defend ourselves with, but not much. So at this point we need to get some cobblestone to make a furnace. So let's do that. And what we should do now is get some cobblestone. Oh wow, aluminum right there. That's awesome. We're going to need that before long, and that's great to have it just right here. I don't think oh yeah, you can get it now. But I don't even have a chest yet, so storage is highly limited at the moment. Alright, so let's just clear a little bit of this out. Make our little hidey hole a little bit nicer. And another thing that I found in this pack, which is supposed to have been toned down a little bit in this version, is you end up with these just enormous hordes of mobs outside. And once it turns day, it may take them kind of forever to die. So let me put this more centrally located. So I started building a back door out of my hidey holes so I can get out of here without having to go through the entire horde of zombies that are sitting outside my door. And by started doing that, what I mean is I've tried this a couple of times. Let's do that and this. Oh, there's another thing you might notice. You notice the cobble only stacks to 16 instead of 64? And also in the upper right corner you see the weight, 39 out of 512. You have a weight rating, and if you grab too much stuff you're going to get too heavy and you're not going to be able to move very fast. And I don't know if it has other effects or not. I haven't figured that all out quite yet. But anyway, back to what I was saying is, yeah, I was playing around with the 101 pack for a little bit to try to learn it a little bit and make sure that everything was kind of working. I'm not sure what happened with that memory usage. I mean, 2.5 gigs should have been enough, right? It's only using 900 megs, so I don't know what happened, but maybe it was just, no, I was going to say just on generation, but did I not make the furnace? Oh, I put it in here and I didn't actually pull it out. Got it. Okay, so we're going to want to make some charcoal, and rubber wood is good for charcoal because if you take a look at the uses for rubber wood, you only get 3 planks, although they are jungle, so if you want jungle planks, cool. Whereas with other woods you would normally get 4 planks. So if you put those up there, grab a couple of saplings or sticks, or I think these do 1.5, so one plank would work too, I think. But 2 saplings will get you 1 charcoal, and then you can throw that in the bottom to get the rest. Now, honestly, it'll do 8, not just 4, but that should be okay. Alright, so let me make up a few more. Oh, yes. Definitely going to have to get outside. Sounds like it's daytime. Which also means it's been a good 20 plus minutes here, which means it should probably be, with my generating the world and all that, that's probably about it for the first episode. So, let me just take a quick look outside and see what terrible things are waiting for us. Ah, yes. Fishing zombies in the water, trying to pull us out. So this is why I say have an alternate exit, because going out there and fighting those zombies right now with basically no armor and nothing but a flint hatchet is going to be a bad time. So I think that is going to do it for this first episode. I hope you enjoyed getting started here. I will be back. The giant zombie. Alright, this guy's cooking at least. Alright, so I will be back in the next episode. Hope you enjoyed, and hope you come back for the next one. We'll see you then.